Okay, everyone, I do not know what happened with my last video, but some reason I got cut off. So here we go with another bin. Thank you for joining me today. I have a wonderful, wonderful announcement to make on some advancements we have over the weekend. We managed to make the modification to my 1859, I'm gonna say, fanning seed cleaner. So it's what all the farmers would have used way back in the day. I'm sure they saved seed for their cover crops, and they cleaned their own seeds for that back then. So that's what that's all about. I bought it for 50 bucks, and now I realize, woohoo, it will make an awesome castings sifter. So we ran a little bit through it on the weekend, and it did, I felt, like a fantastic job. I might need to come up with some different screen sizes, especially when it comes to the Euro castings, maybe, and cocoons. Not sure. I came across in the farmhouse that the old lady that I had taken care of. Look at this cute little publication about manure and its worth. They actually knew about that back in the day. You know, let's see. This is from the U of I. Dude, this light makes it hard to see it. But yeah, how they stored it, the ways that it was lost, and how to preserve it, you know. The only thing it seems like they didn't know about was their livestock underground. So now, with that new information, I have learned to use my seed cleaner for a casting sifter. I will post a video of that later. I did make a video today of our modifications and how it's going to operate. I just don't have any really castings I don't feel dry enough to run through it. I'm going to give it a go. I'm looking at tower number 5 right now, and I see one bin that has a sky blue bead on it. So isn't that wonderful that I'm able to find that bin like that quick? Lightning fast, you guys! So that now I can continue to do my investigation without getting sad and be like, I don't have any castings we can run through here. So we will be going to that bin on tower 5 and seeing what those castings look like after I get all these breeders reset. We also put together another bioreactor. So it took all day on Saturday to get that thing done. We used warm water this time, so to soak everything. That took extra. It's a wood-fired water heater, so we had to set it all up because we moved and we didn't have our setup reset up. So that all had to be set up. So that took a while. We had to collect a lot of the materials. That took a while. Oh my goodness. Then you have to measure them out, and then you have to do all the mixing. You really want to do the mixing if you want a really good reaction. And since we're doing this in the middle of February, okay, I had originally planned not to do any bioreacting in the freezing cold of winter. But I'll tell you what, that handy dandy little water heater made it a dream. The water was not cold that we soaked the materials in, so the materials were not cold that we were working with because I was mixing mainly with my hands. So I will say, even though it took all day, and that's because we were doing some extreme mixing because I wanted to see if it made much of a difference with the reaction part of it and getting us heat faster, things like that. So far, let's see, on Sunday, oh, it was a fun day. We gained 10 degrees. So we started at 70. So on Sunday we went to 80, and Sunday, let's see, 70. Oh, it was Sunday morning we went to 80. And then it's every 12 hours we're gaining 10 degrees. So Sunday night it was 90. So this morning we're up to 100. So we're cranking right along. That's a wonderful news. Let me see how we did with our water migration on these guys. Not crazy, but woohoo, he's mad. There are a bunch there on the bottom. I don't think probably I have enough to reset the breeder bin, but we will anyway. I am not going to be wanting to choose that same amount of numbers. I don't think. I feel like I'm going to be needing a break here, guys. I got to move on to the, like I said, we did another bioreactor. I'm going to have to move on to the liquid portions. I'm going to have to build the extractor. I'm going to have a lot to get done yet this year before these crops got to go in. I just hope to get my plot done. Okay, now we got to get you over here to the new bin. And here it is. And this is what we're doing over here. So this tank is our pre-compost that I did in December. But first, we got to introduce you to... Here is Curly Sue. She's the one who provided us with the wool last spring so that we can reset our breeder bins with plenty of aphrodisiac bedding. And it provides a nice high nitrogen source to increase the nitrogen level in our vermicasting. So here's a cute clip of Curly Sue. There's also a whole ring around the rosy of sheep that are providing their fleeces for nitrogen and aphrodisiac bedding in our breeder bins. And now we're back to Miss Curly Sue. This is her fleece from 2023. This is our aphrodisiac bedding that we put in the base, which will help soak up moisture. And then as it gets deteriorated, it'll release its moisture. So hopefully the worms, right before I pull out, will just load it full of castings. Once I figure out how much goes in, I thought I dropped something. I did not. Okay, so then I add this pre-compost that I made in December. I don't know that I was going to check in Tower 3 to see how they were doing in there. I don't think they like this pre-compost as well as they like the one that I did in my aerated pre-composter. It brought it hot up to temperature. Okay, that substrate really has a mold layer on it. I mean, they love that one. I've never seen so many cocoons ever in my worm breeding career, which isn't very long, but it is loaded. Massively loaded. They love that manure. And it's so funny because we did that bioreactor and I decided to use some cow manure, and I was trying to mix in that cow manure into that. Oh, there were pine needles in there I was trying to mix it into, and I was like, oh, this is a pain. Cow manure is sticking together so much. So I had the bright idea to add water to the bucket. I made a soup. So now in my pre-composter, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make that liquid poop, cow poop. It was fun. Brought back my childhood days making mud pies, playing in the poop. And then I'm going to slather it on all of the, basically the, if I make it with old hay or straw, I'm going to slather it all over the hay and straw. So it's everywhere in that bedding for the worms to just go nuts on it instead of just little piles here and there. Ta-da! Look at there. Okay, worms are in. Got the pre-compost in. Got the aphrodisiac bedding going on. We are in, only bin number 3. Oh my goodness, guys. I don't think I want to be a worm breeder forever. This is, the learning curve, I think, is the worst part. So I'm hoping not to have to get into these towers every day anymore. I'm hoping just to reset one tower a week and be done with it. if we figure out this bedding and substrate, I'll be like, good enough, good enough. Let me get out my leaves. And we'll see which substrate they like better. I do want to do a comparison with that. I'll get 2 of those tanks out and I will video that, and we'll look at the 2 differences in them too. I mean, just the looks of the 2 bedding. This seems like it's black, you know, it's fairly deteriorated, but the biology I think would be a lot greater. This one, when I added that other one, there really wasn't much biology going on except bacteria, because everything had went dormant because it went through the thermophilic phase there. With my pre-composted one, my aerobic one where I had it in that tank. Yeah, that one, I mean, the only biology I seen there was really bacteria that were still active at that temperature. So, but they were aerobic, so that was good. Okay, so this bin is reset, ready to go back on the tower. I'm going to notice a bunch of coughing tomorrow, hacking and gagging, because I think it's this leaf mold that's causing that. I've been clearing my throat, but after this weekend it wasn't, so I was like, woohoo. Let's see if it comes back or what's going on. Alright, so we have, might as well put this back on for now. Nice moist top layer, keep them happy. Our top, and we are done with this bin. We will put our beads back on. And then, should have a piece of paper sitting right here next to you all. Put that back on here. We'll put her back on the tower. I'll go check tower. I'll bring those 2 and do a short video on the differences between the 2 pre-composted substrates. Thanks for stopping by, guys. Let me know you've been here. Sign up permanently. And go ahead and turn off the notifications so you don't get tired of seeing me all the time, and check back in about 8 months to see how our crops are doing, how far we've come, what advancements we've made on the microbial farm. But keep rooting us on, keep cheering loud and clear, far and wide. Hope to see you in the future.